What's up, guys? This is Rick from Mangaaholic. Today I'm going to be doing a review on Golden Kamuy by Satoru Noda. These are all signature releases from Viz, and it takes place after the Japanese-Russia War in Hokkaido, which is the northernmost part, or a huge island in northern Japan. And it follows this guy right here, who goes by Sachi Sugimoto, who also that they termed him the immortal Sugimoto in the war, and he just got out of the war. He's in Hokkaido and he's looking for gold with this guy. The guy he's with he's drinking and he gets drunk and he tells him the story about this missing Ainu gold. He said that the Ainu people, which is like a tribe up in northern Japan, that they were hoarding all this gold in order to revolt against Japan to get their land back so they can hunt and fish the way they please. And he says someone slaughtered these Ainu people, collecting the gold. He steals the gold and he runs off and hides the gold and ends up getting caught and put into prison. While he's in prison, he has all these cellmates in there with him, and he tells them about the gold. And he was like, I'm not going to tell you where it's at, because he's like, of course, I want to get out here, but what I'll do is I will put tattoos on all y'all's bodies. That way, if something happens to me, y'all can find it. But I want to need y'all to help us get out, help me get out of prison to do that. So he tattoos all these people in prison, and they all have different pieces of of the map to the gold on their body. Okay, and so one day they're all going somewhere and they all escape from prison. So there's all these people out there that have these tattoos on their bodies to like figure out how to get to the missing Ainu gold. And so while this guy's telling Sachi the story, he really doesn't believe him at first, but then the guy realizes that he's told him too much. And he tries to kill Sachi, and Sachi kind of fights back a little bit, and then the guy runs away. Sachi chases after him and finds him like laying dead in the ground. And while he's looking at him, he notices that he has this weird tattoo on his body. And come to find out, it's one of the prisoners themselves that just told him the story about the missing gold. So he takes his body and he's running away with it, and he eventually runs into this girl named Oserpa, which is a little Ainu girl. This is her right here. And Sachi tells her pretty much what's going on, that he's looking for the gold, so on and so forth. And she pretty much saves his life while they're hanging out. And he's like, you know what, you should join me. You've got just as much of a right to get a share of this gold as he does. And they go on this quest to find all the skins in order to find the missing Ainu gold. But along the way, they come to find out that there's multiple parties out there looking for this gold. And it just gets more interesting as the story progresses. And it's very, very fast-paced. And some of the wildest characters you can find in a manga. I highly recommend it. But another part of this manga is kind of the historical and cultural aspect as well. So you get to learn a little bit about the Japanese-Russia War. You get to learn about the Ainu tribes. And there's different tribes that they'll meet along the way within the Ainu people. And they're all kind of different, which I thought was interesting. It's not crazy different, but they all have different things. Like some people, they hunt. Some people, they fish. They all do different things, and they'll go and they'll cook, they'll eat, and they'll go over what they're eating. Like they'll go over what they're wearing. They'll go over how like some tribes, they use a certain type of fish to make their winter boots or their winter shoes or their coat, or they'll use something from this animal for this or something from that animal for that. And they can pretty much go over how they use all of the animal. And whether it's for cooking or for making clothes or whatever. And it's very, very interesting. Um, that pretty much sums everything up here. Usurpa is definitely my favorite character in the manga, and I think she's even tougher than Sachi, but I highly, highly recommend it. I will say, though, that there is a lot of violence in this manga, and so if you're not into that, then I would definitely stay away. But this manga has a little bit of everything, and I highly recommend it. I have all there's like I was saying earlier, there's 16 volumes. I've read it all, and I couldn't recommend it any higher than I already have. If you're interested in it, but you don't want to buy any of the manga, you can read this on the Shonen Jump app. I think it's like $3 a month, and I would highly recommend getting into it. But if you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe. I'll definitely be putting out more reviews. So thanks for watching.